Hey Stampin' Friends, Darlene with Darlene Stamps. So this is actually a product suite embellishing. I wanted to showcase this. Actually, this is a suite that I got on clearance. And so it's sweet as in E-S-W-E-E-T based on S-U-I-E-T. So a little bit to play on words. So this suite came with the stamp set, came with the dies, came with two kinds of ribbon. It came with stamp sweat. Oh, and then we have the labels with this pretty rose foil, and then the designer paper. The designer paper, I kind of keep it in this so all my pieces stay together. But so they're 6 by 6. And as I fan these out, you see that throughout each of the prints, it has the rose color foil through it. And then of course the other side is your solid pieces. But what was neat is not only was it on clearance, but I thought it would be a great opportunity showing you some ideas with a fun fold. So let me just get this out of the way. I'm going to see if I can run this through without stopping. So this is the card we are going to make, and from the onset it has some dimension, has some things in here, but then let me do it to the side here. This is the fun fold. So it sits on its own, it has great dimension, and has a fun aspect to it. So I want to go through and show you how I did this. Just came from a retreat, and of course it was virtual, but just came with some ideas. So let me just kind of run through this real quick. You may have to watch this a few times so you can catch up and do your own. So this is taking an 8.5 by 11. And you're going to cut it to 4 1/4 by 11. Score it to 5. Okay, so that is our, I'm sorry, to 5.5. Whoop, sorry about that. So again, it's the 8.5 by 11, cut at 4 1/4, and then score it at 5.5. So that's our base. Then to match my colors of the paper, then we're going to take a complementing color, and so your colored piece will measure 4 by 10 1/4, and then you're going to score it at 1/2 and 2 1/2. So when you fold that, you're going to fold it in itself, and then you will score this back on itself. Now, to save a little bit of effort, we are going to just do some of the adhering of the designer series paper to itself, just so that we can minimize how many moving parts we are in. So this is going to be our inside piece, and that's going to go right there. I hope everyone is staying cool with the weather that's going on out there. All right, and so we've got that piece down. Now this is going to measure 2 1/4 by 3 3/4, and that's going to go right on the outside of our little angle. It's going to go right here. Okay. Now, I'll go ahead and just to get this attached, this is going to go to the outside of here. All right, so gluing, now this is tumble glue. It's a different kind of container, obviously. The green ones, I was going out of them very quickly, so this is another form of tumble glue. It lasts me a little longer. All right, so now you see we have our fun fold. It's not quite a Z fold, but it is a fun fold. Now I want to start embellishing. Now what I did was I took this pretty edge which came from this die set, and the die set, I just had some scraps of the magnet and just put those in the back. So this gives me my edge, and I'm doing it the same way just so that you guys can see the difference. And I'm going to put this right behind here. I want to kind of stand up, and because I want, this is kind of the maybe the negative side, I want the positive preset to show in the front. So I'm just going to glue this down, and that way I can get it to stand up the way I want. Oh, I just forgot. Holy Toledo. All right. All right, this is what you do. I can't glue it yet because I don't have my flowers down. All right. Okay. So with this comes the comes with the labels. It comes with the, and I think we're going to use maybe this one this time. But it's really neat because, you know, when you buy a suite, which you may or may not have thought about, you know, the nice thing is that they really do a lot of the work, kind of like your pumpkins. So I'm just going to use this, use the same exact little pop out. There's my pop out. And I'm going to get some little pieces here. This is part of the dies that I already cut out. All right, so I'm going to pop that right there. And this, there's not a lot of, other than the wonderful part. Oh, booger. Okay, I had glued that. All my boogers are showing up. All right, this is the same little measurement as this cutout, so I kind of wanted to add some dimension to that. So we're going to glue that on, and that way it adds a little bit more depth to that. And then behind here, I want to put these little accent pieces, because then when I put my white piece out, it'll cover that. All right. Well, hope your weekend was good. I'm doing this basically on my my return from the weekend. You know, we everyone's kind of learning a different way of doing work, doing life, and I think it's really important that we learn what makes us tick. And what I mean by that is, with the COVID and our different type of looking at life, we tend to see or remember what's really important to us. And whether it be family, whether it be just embracing what our life looks like and not getting too upset with changes that we can't change, things that we can't change. All right, so I've got my pieces on here, and I was able to get that up. I'm going to put a nice little thank you on there. And so our colors on this are Melon Mambo and Midnight Navy. All right, so we are just going to keep it in the same theme. So I'm going to do my thank you. And that's going to go right in the front. And then I'm going to actually do the inside. I'm not going to do any ribbon on this, but I do want to do my piece. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I want to stamp on this before I actually glue it. So let me get my inks out here. I'm doing thank you, and the thank you that I want to do is based on this one message that says thank you, and it says time to celebrate all the lovely things, starting with you. So I think that would be a good side, since I'm saying thank you. And the first thing I want to start about is celebrating. So that's going to go right down there. And then our ink or flower. And by having it not attached, I can kind of do a little bit of, got blue in there. This is what happens. This is what happens when you have something that's open. Let me take that. I just have it changed here. Oh, look at that. I still have some blue on there. Okay, we're done with that. All right. Just rolling with it. Just rolling with it. Put the inside, and then I think we need to have some leaves. And I used blue on the other one, so I think we need to use blue on the leaves. I don't have anything green for my leaves, so I think we're just going to keep it in the same theme. And if you two-step it, then it won't be as dark. So we're going to take one off, and we want to come out from there. Whoop. See, with polymer, which is really nice, I can get right on top of it and actually do my fix on that. All right, as I am finishing up with this, I do want to show you, boy, this is where I should probably use my positioning tool, since I'm doing multiple things. So I've got my stamp in there, and that's done. Now I want to put these, close these up so I don't put any more stuff in them. And I'm going to put that right on the inside of here. Doo-doo-doo. There is our card. So that is fun, kind of cute, and it goes in the card and kind of has some real good dimension to that. All right, and I just want to show you right quick as we are going along. You know, a lot of times the pieces, so of designer paper, let's see if I can do this here. Designer paper, if you do scrap pieces, if you do a 1x1, let me show you what we can do to kind of create a card. Simple, really quick. So, you know, when you have the love it, chop it, and then you go through and, okay, you have this beautiful paper, now what? So if I just went through and did little 1 strips, this is 1x2, this is 1x1. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna put our piece on. This is like a 3.5 by 3, 3.5 by 3.5, totally square. Put this on, staying with firm. And then I'm going to take my pieces and I'm going to lay these out. And let's see here. Get some pieces in here. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3. There. All right. And this is how we can use up our pieces. That looks about right to me. There. And then this will be our edge. All right. So I will put these right in, see if I can do a quick. I really like, you may or may not do Pinterest. I find a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. The other thing that I like about Pinterest is I can create boards, and the boards give inspiration. I can save things to it, and I've been trying to create or save a lot of the simples, and I picked up this idea for simples, because, you know, it's all about saving time, making something from scraps. I've got tons of scraps, so being able to have something that looks interesting, and this paper has all the colors that are going to match right in line with your theme. All right, so there's a little patchwork there. I'm going to put congratulations on this. Let's go ahead and use, let's see. Let's use Melon Mambo for our sentiment, and then we'll put some ribbon on it. Congratulations. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm real excited. I have the got my notification that my pumpkin is on its way. So we're gonna get that going. All right, let's stick with our theme here. Yes. Okay. So let's do an edge here. You know, when you cut ribbon, it is, and you're going to cut a scrap off anyways, it's good to have your point already in there, and then put your point at the other end. There we go. And let's put that. Yeah. All right. I just changed how I was going to do it. So we'll do it another way. We are really enjoying summer. We were able to do a couple of things over the holiday, and so I'm not sure about if you're traveling or you're looking for just some easy tips for card making or doing some fun things with family. A lot of times we get real bogged down with the masks and things that we got to do, and I just, as I'm looking at my creation, I'm thinking that I'm going to use some of my pieces that I've already done just for some embellishment. Okay, there. Anyhow, so that just takes kind of the 1 by 1, 1 by 2s, however you want to do that. But look at your suites, look at your options, and really kind of put some things. I put some different elements on there, put some different elements on. So hope you enjoyed that. Just trying to go through and look at taking a suite. Think about when you're doing your purchasing that if you don't have a demonstrator and you like to have one of the catalogs or more ideas like that, send a comment, subscribe, send an email. Let's get together. We can do it virtually now, and let's have some fun. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.